happening now. So, oh, no, we don't want to knock out the caller yet. Sorry about that. There we go. We are here on YouTube. We're watching. It's. I'm trying to get some of the watch the comments as well. I'm on my dashboard. Hopefully I got some. There we go. Got some comments here. I'll try to do what I can. Hey, Pear's in the house from Scandinavia. Valerie's here. Thank you. NG22. You'll have to tell me that. Yeah, Becky. Oi. Mike Arline up here. Brian. Andrew. Yeah, okay. Here's Shane Street. Thanks for coming on. And we're going to need to talk about, like I said, I see the comments on YouTube. Okay, I'm trying to see both. It's hard to see both because I have my the Facebook on, and hopefully you guys can hear me. You guys, everybody can hear me. I take it. Tony, the Bad Pirates in the house. Jim Adams, thanks for coming in. Samuel Garbage, James Farrell. So again, I'm going back and forth. I'll see what I can. I will try to do comments. Oh, Nate Smith. Okay, thank you there, NG. Everybody can hear me? Yes, everybody can hear me. Good. This is what I've said in the past, and I hate it when I'm right. But I said before this season started, 7-9 to 8-8. 7-9 to 8-8. Right now we're at 6-7. I see a win. I see a win next week, only because I don't see the Raiders drop in their last game in Oakland. If you see the Raiders drop in their last game in Oakland, wow. Because that's going to, if we lose next week, it's 6-10. We're not winning the last two games on the road. We're not. And the reason why I say that, and again, I'm not a downer. But have you seen the Broncos recently? They kicked that ass today in Texas. What doesn't make sense, Captain? Or Ed, I should say. Good to see. I'll be seeing Becky. I know the Chargers is a home game, but the Chargers are a decent team. We were fortunate to win in Oakland. I mean, it's a tie game. It's not a tie game. It's 23 to 16. Yeah, Adam, that's right. I don't think that they're gonna. I don't think that they. The stadium will be demoed next week if the Raiders don't win. The stadium will be demolished next week. Eric, I think we win next week and then we lose the last two. Tampa Raider fan, really can't wait for Vegas. We need a fresh start, and we do. Go 4-12, and so it's what it. No, Steve, man, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to say his name. I don't want to say his initials. I don't want to say anything. F that person. Okay? The people said we were going to be 4-12, just like we were last year. I said 7-9 and 8-8. And here it is. The Raiders win next week at 7-7. I don't see us beating the Chargers in LA, and I definitely don't see us beating the Broncos in Mile High the last game. So hence 7-9. Yeah, Dave, I'll be there next week. I agree with you on I agree with you on the fact that Gunther does need to go. But here's the thing. I agree. I agree that it's a combination of not just bad coordinators, but we still don't have the personnel on defense. Okay? Let's look at our defense right now. Okay? Let's look at our defense right now. By the way, if you're on Facebook, please go to YouTube because I can see the comments on YouTube better. Okay, let me put the here so you guys know. I'm going to put the comment so you guys know where to go. There we go. YouTube, there it is. And I'm going to pin the comment. There we go. Okay. It is pinned. There is where you need to go. YouTube.com/C/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. Well, John, it's a combination of Gunther and the fact that we don't have personnel. It's a combination of like say, let's look at our defense, okay? Let's look at our defense. On the defensive line, I like what we got with our defensive line, we got some good young guys there, okay? You know, Hurst, PJ Hall, Hankins, who's the elder person. I like what we got with Brenson Buckner. By the way, there's my, if we have to, yeah, okay, person I need 3 years to understand. Yeah, I got you. We need a simplified defense. Our secondary is horrible, but that can get better because I think that I like Mullen and I like what we have with Isaiah Johnson, even though he's unproven. We need a corner on the other side. Worley is anything but a stopgap nickel dime. John Marquez is correct. And by the way, please come over to YouTube so I can see your comments a lot easier. I appreciate you watching on Facebook. Please come over to YouTube. John Marquez is correct. We don't have any linebackers. Our DBs are suspect. Our DBs are suspect. We need an influx. I like what we can have with Jonathan Abram, but I still want to see what we have with Jonathan Abram. I like what we had with Carl Joseph, but is he going to be there next year? I like Harris, but is he going to be the answer? Still think we need a safety. I know we need another cornerback. Greg Minuski would be a good addition. I said I like Brenson Buckner if we have to go within. Paul pretty much says it, but pretty eloquent there. Again, if you're on Facebook, please go to YouTube. www.youtube.com/C/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. We're there. I have to be quote unquote treated to the fact that, you know, I'm watching the Kansas City New England Patriot game. And because the Raiders have no shot of winning the AFC West, no shot, I'm actually rooting for the Chiefs in this game because I want to see the Patriots get taken down a couple notches. Lou Woods, thanks for coming over. Please come to YouTube. Please come to YouTube. It's good to see everybody. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the what is it? I'm going to put the phone is up. Okay, in fact, let me put the phone number up. Let's call in. If you want to call in and talk to me, please. That's another reason why I need to go to. Actually, make sure that. Okay, no, got to put the. Oh wait. Is it okay? No, want to make sure that I'm not blown out by my own broadcast here. Okay. There we go. Okay. Wanted to make sure. Please go to YouTube. www.youtube.com/c/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. There's the number, 813-699-0834, 813-699-0834. We're going to have some people call in, hopefully. Who wants to be my first caller tonight? Wow. Patriots are going to lose tonight, which is good. I've been here, and we had people that were here. Okay, Per, good to see you. Thanks for joining me, Per Goranson. John, gotcha. There we go. Why is it not showing up? Hang on. I hear it. Okay, for some reason it's not. Jimmy Farrell, I hear the phone, but it's not showing up. It's not showing up. Stand by a second, Jimmy Farrell. For some reason, it's not showing up. Try it again. I heard it, but it didn't show up as far as I couldn't push, I couldn't push the call on. So apologies there. I heard it, obviously, but I couldn't push the call on. 813-699-0834. There we go. Okay, Jimmy Farrell, I hear you now. What's going on, brother?
What's up, Cap?
Bad day in Bad Rock, man. I tell you, it's horrible. It's
the same old story.
Well, it's the fact that I still really think that we still need a lot of defense, because we played okay the first half. We had the turnover, which helped out. Valerie, he was held all day. Crosby. They continue to hold Max Crosby, and the Patriots lost, that does make the day a little bit easier. And it's weird when we say that we have to root for the Patriots to lose to have a good day, and they're beaten by the Chiefs. That's
I don't know. That game doesn't matter. Who cares anymore?
Yeah, well, that's why I said that's why I wanted the Patriots to lose, because we're not going to win the AFC West. So, however well the Chiefs do, that's immaterial. It's knocking the Patriots down several notches. So that's what I wanted to see. If you're watching on Facebook, thank you. Please go to YouTube, www.youtube.com/c/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. We're all over here.
Not only the coordinators, Hurst has to go. They need new defensive tackles. They do nothing. Hurst does nothing.
Well, wait a second.
The only one to play defense.
Wait a second.
Besides the interception, what has he done all year?
Okay.
I mean, you don't even hear from Farrell. I'm getting fed up with him. He does nothing. I know he's a rookie, but I mean, come on.
Farrell,
do something at least.
No, I disagree. Okay, both Farrell and Crosby have played well for rookies. Let me say that again.
I think Crosby is a lot better.
Okay, well, Crosby has played better materially, but Farrell and Crosby have played well as rookies. Okay, I got to say that.
Yeah, but those that defensive line, they can't. Like today, they couldn't stop the run.
Well, you try to stop Derrick Henry, who weighs 250 pounds, is 6'4", and their offensive line is opening those holes and knocking your ass off the ball. You try doing that for 3 or 4 quarters, and I know that he was held the fourth. Derrick Henry is one of the better running backs in the league.
I understand that, but Hurst and Farrell, you never hear in a lot of the games. I hear Crosby's name was Harris. Harris was the only one who played today on defense.
Well,
the only one who showed up.
There's a difference as to how they played well in the first half, But this is why I don't like Gunther, is I see no changes in the second half. There's no second half adjustments on defense in the second half. And PMAX says that there are no linebackers. We need 3 linebackers. We need 3 linebackers. Okay.
But you can't blame them from the secondary. The secondary's all banged up. They got a second string secondary out there.
Okay.
I mean, they get killed every game.
Okay.
Every game.
So what do you tell you tell me something I don't know?
No, but I'm just saying, that's the way it is in every game. When you have a secondary, second string secondary, what do you expect them to do?
Well, like I said, I expect more of an effort. I expect the kids to play better. Even if you are there, you need to put out an effort. And I saw, like I said, when the game got out of hand, when Waller fumbled the ball, and it was taken back for a touchdown, everybody checked out. Because it went from 14 points with the Raiders trying to drive the field, it went to 21 and game was over. They checked out.
The game was pretty much over by then.
Yeah, well, but that's what I'm saying. And when Zay Jones quit on it would have been a touchdown had Zay Jones continued to run the route. And I hate saying that about Zay because I know his dad, and good kid and great family. But Zay, and you saw how Carr got really pissed off about that. Okay.
Well, Carr needs to run more too.
He does. He actually
does. I don't know why he doesn't run.
He actually ran a
there
little.
There are points when there's a lane for him to run. There's nobody over there.
Well,
run the ball.
He actually did run today. He actually did run today. By the way, if you want to knock out Jimmy Farrell, by the way, Jimmy, how you doing, brother? Personally,
me?
Yeah. I'm not talking Raiders. I'm talking you.
I got like 2 more weeks. I'm not eating right now. I'm doing the insures now. I miss eating. But I got 2 more weeks left.
Okay.
I lost about 25 pounds already.
Wow, I need to do that myself, but I don't want to do it the way you're doing it. Let's put it that way.
Well, just drink Assures every day. You lose it.
Okay. Well, having said that, Jimmy, thanks for calling in. I got to go to the next call. Take care, brother.
All right, take care.
All right, I see 304. Tommy Beard, is this you, 304?
What's going on, Captain?
Hey, I guessed it, and I didn't even see your name come up, but I'm remembering that 304, and it's not showing up as Tommy Beard. How you doing, brother?
Jimmy Farrell, just listen to me when I speak. Please, just listen to me. I know you're New York, and how stupid and dumb and hard-headed people are in New York. Trust me, I know. Just listen to me when I talk. Just listen.
Okay, we're listening.
I don't understand. I stood there and I told everybody the last show this was going to happen. I called it.
Okay.
I said Derrick Henry was going to run over us. Now, of course, I didn't know he was going to have a bad hamstring and do it.
Right.
Jesus, just imagine what he would have done if he was healthy.
I got you.
When people stop, and then you want to turn around, I don't know what Derek Carr has to do. You got receivers stop running routes.
Yeah.
You got receivers that seem lost when he does run.
Okay.
I'm to the point I'm done with this fan base.
Now, wait a second. Wait, you're not done with the fan base because we're here. You know the old expression, a bitching sailor is a happy sailor. We're just bitching. We're just bitching.
I mean,
go ahead.
This is why I said this game should prove why I said that we need to find a backup to Josh Jacobs.
We do. That's true.
We do not have another back. We do. I'm sorry. I don't like Rashard. I do not like Washington.
Well, they're not what we need. They're good for change of pace, but what we've seen what their ceiling is we've seen what their ceiling is, and we need an upgrade. And we don't need them both. We need one. Okay?
I need to get, I said it the last show, DeAndre Swift, and then I couldn't remember what the other kid's name. I'd be happy with the the kid from Wisconsin, Taylor.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah, that's true. We do need a change of pace. We got now. Look at the Seahawks with that 1-2 punch that they have. And yes, Valerie, we need receivers, but we'll talk about that as well.
Well, we do need receivers.
Yeah, we do need receivers. I mean, the only receiver that we really have is Waller and Renfro's a rookie and he's not available.
Well, not even that. I'm happy with Williams. I really am, but he's not a number one.
No,
we need that true number one to take pressure off of him.
Yeah.
Plus, he's playing with that foot. You're not telling me that foot's healed. No.
No, but I mean, at least today he was catching balls. So,
in that game, we were still, like you said, we were still in that game until Waller decided he's just going to play Mr. Lucy and carry the ball like a bread. He fumbled that ball,
Tommy,
and it was ball game.
Tommy, he didn't have it loose. He was in the process of swinging his arm to get more yards, and he didn't have it tight. So Waller didn't deliberately go loosey-goosey with the bread. It was a fantastic play on the defense. Give the defender credit for what he did. Give the defender credit for what he did. He knocked the ball out, and it spun right to the guy, and it went for a touchdown. This is what? This is Waller's first fumble this year, I believe. I don't recall Waller fumbling the ball any other time. So you got to give props for the defender on how he played that. That play. The defender is the one that caused the fumble, and he was in it. And that went from 14 driving to see if we could even get close to 21, and it's gone. Okay? And Valerie says Waller's going to be great. He is. And he is going to be great.
But you got to protect the football.
Okay.
You're told that in youth league.
Okay.
Protect the football.
I got you, Tommy. It was a mistake, and we paid for it. Okay, but one mistake, man, by Waller, and I'll take his breath of work for this year. Okay?
And something else I did notice. I don't know if anybody else did. I noticed it. The first half, the offense was moving the ball, and we were aggressive. We came out in the second half, and we just looked like we did the last 3 other games.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't understand why we went.
I agree. And
I don't understand.
And Carr actually threw the ball downfield to Rico Gafford, and I want to see more of that. Now, granted, it was a blown coverage, but I want to see Carr. And again, I like Derek Carr, but I want to see Carr throw the ball beyond 5 fucking yards.
Well, I mean, he does when he has receivers to throw it to.
Right. So when
the defense is taking that away from you, you can't force the ball down the field. I mean, hell, we see what happened when he forced the ball down the field. The receiver stops running.
Yeah, and also he almost threw a pick, but the guy actually was the linebacker when Washington fell down.
Yeah, but if you go back and watch that play, D. Washington's fault, he slips on the field.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, Carr played. I think he threw for 203 the last time I looked. I know it wasn't too much over that. Okay, and like I said, I think we need Jay Gruden as the offensive coordinator.
I said that last show. I'd be happy.
Well,
I would be happy with Jay Gruden.
I said it before you, Tommy, but I know you said it too. Tommy, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go get this other caller, but always good hearing from you, brother. Thank you for calling in. There we go. We go from Tommy Beard to whoa. Turn your background down. 757
Hello?
in Virginia. Who am I talking to in Virginia? Hello?
Hi, Captain Dak. What's going on?
Hey, I'm doing okay. Is this Ron McClendon?
No, this is German Raider out in Virginia. I'm
Oh.
calling from my son's phone because I got your phone while I'm streaming, and I'm driving back to the house right now.
Okay. Well, how you doing, brother?
This game tonight, this team makes me drink. That's the only thing I can say.
I got you. I got you.
Oh, man. It's like at halftime, we are 21-21. And, you know, it just let out the air out the Coliseum after the last 2 touchdowns. It was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
And I am a Carr supporter, but gosh, come on, Carr, run the ball in. He had it wide open.
When on the last series when he threw the ball away on 4th down?
Yes.
I don't think so. Like I said, if you were looking around, if he would have went to the left where he had most of the field, I think by the time he would have went over there, he would have been clocked by a linebacker.
Uh-huh.
That's just the way I saw it. I could be wrong, but I don't think the car actually could have gone in on that. Jerry White, I see you're over there on Facebook. Make sure you go over to YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you see, shipmate?
I just believe it. And then on top of that and everything, we had so many players hurt. I mean, it would be such a beautiful story if we did make it to the playoffs and all that stuff because of the 5 rookies. But, I mean, it just shows that we are a young team. And I really believe in everything that Gruden don't want him to run.
Hey, Jared, you can't call in yet because this caller hasn't had his 5 minutes. Go ahead, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just, it's like I said, it's just, and I also have one of the representatives make sure that everything, I shared your website, the YouTube, told them to follow Captain Jack. He talks nothing but Raider football. But, oh, man, it's a little bit disheartening and everything because I know we're just that much better than this performance.
Well, like I said,
we have the talent.
No, actually, we're getting better. We are getting more talented, but we still got a lot of gaps to fill. I think that like I said, if you look at the team being obviously 53 guys on the roster, I think that we have a good baseline in about 20. I want to say about 25 guys, and I'd have to think about it. We got about 25 guys that are good starting quality players. Rob Bigler, congratulations on the Chiefs for winning, but I still don't think you're going anywhere this year, and that's not me hating. That's just me saying it.
Yeah, I don't believe we're going in. Even if we have a chance of making the playoffs and everything, it's just like it's way better teams out there. Way. I mean, even looking at Baltimore and everything, that was a surprise to me.
Yeah.
Looking at Baltimore, I'm so glad we didn't play them this year because, oh, gosh. And then surprisingly, Denver pulled out 1-2 today. I'm like, wow.
I told you, like I said, that's why I say Denver is, I think Denver is going to be a loss in Denver the last week of the season. And
that's a good possibility.
Because again, and I'm not hard. And Valerie, I'm not saying this to piss you off, but if you go by the fact that Derek Carr can't play in cold weather, and you don't think that it's going to be below 40 in Denver on December 29th, it's going to be below 40. And the way that the team has played, they played better in the first half today against what could be a playoff team in the Titans, what could be a playoff team in the Titans. They played pretty well, but they did nothing in the second half to show that they're a better team, and they need to be a better team. This is a team that's on the rise. Like I said, we won 4 games last year. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I said 100% better is 8-8. We're gonna get the 7-9. We're gonna win next week, so we'll see what happens after that.
Oh, yeah. Well, that would be nice little going away present for Oakland to win against Jacksonville.
Yeah, we got to do it.
All right. Well, my friend, as always and everything, I see the knockout. I'm watching the video at the same time. I see the knockout. So, hey, anybody that want to call in?
Hey, always good hearing from you, brother. You take care, and thanks for joining the show.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right. That's I won't apparently I know who it is, but he said it was somebody else. So apparently, I'm going to keep his. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Transitioning here. 719. Who am I talking to?
This Hardcore Raider.
Oh, Hardcore again. I apologize. Your number is not showing up when I see it up here, and I don't know why. Like I said, I don't see Tommy's number show up, and it's supposed to. Maybe there's something I'm not doing with my phone for updating. I can't tell you. I'm gonna start putting phone numbers down so I can hear you. Go ahead, brother. Talk to me. We had a decent exhibition yesterday with us talking. By the way, if you want to check out the Hardcore Raider podcast, I was there with 5 other gentlemen. We were talking about today's game, and I as I said, the Raiders don't show up with everything they're gonna is capable of. They're gonna lose.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm not going to put all this on Carr.
No.
I think Carr could have played better. He didn't play terrible. I was a little frustrated that, he didn't get real fired up till the game was already over. I felt like he should have been bringing that kind of fire to the whole damn team, getting the defense fired up and all that before then. But that'd be my main critique on him. I mean, obviously we still don't have enough, weapons or whatever. I mean, honestly, I'm at a point where, making a wild card, I'm still bleeding silver and black, but we're done. I mean, I'm just going to call it like it is. There's no way we're getting a shot at the playoffs. So
no, today was a playoff game, and I said you lose this game. Don't put the words playoff in the Raiders for the rest of the season. Today was a playoff game, and we didn't win. So there is no playoffs this year. I don't want to hear the words playoff and Raiders anymore for the rest of the year.
Well, I got a P word, but it's not playoff. I'm pissed, And I'm not trying to have unrealistic expectations, but at the same time, so last year in Oakland, and I just felt like they should have put a better product on the field. I know there's a lot of injuries. I know we don't have enough depth at certain positions, but since we're at the point we're at, we got to figure out what we have for backups and preparing for the draft. So, whatever the team has to do, I want to see Doss be a number 2 wide receiver. I don't even care at this freaking point. Put him at number 2. Put Zay Jones as a slot wide receiver, and let's see what we have with Doss, and go from there. And same with any position on our team. We got to see what we have and what we're going to keep for next year. At this point, that's where I'm at. And I hate to do that, but it sucks. But
yeah. I want to see what we got with Keelan Doss. I want to see more of Marcel Aitman. I liked him last year. And, we know what we got with Ty Williams. We do. When he's healthy, he is a receiver that is capable. Charlie Rock White, you got to go to YouTube. The number is on YouTube, 813-699-0834. But you got to go to YouTube to know when I'm talking with somebody. That's why I said people go over to YouTube. Go ahead. I'm sorry there, Hardcore.
All right. Well, I still got, I think, a minute and a half or something. But, I don't know. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what this team does the rest of the season. I mean, we're still in evaluation period, in my opinion, at quarterback and a lot of these other positions for next year. So I guess I'll, just try to have an open mind and try to get past my frustrations. But, I'm just tired of this gut feeling I've had for 17 plus years of, it's like accepting mediocrity, lowering my standards, and it's not that I have unrealistic expectations, but at the same time, if we look at the definition of commitment to excellence, you know, and what this organization is supposed to be about, we're not even in the same ballpark as far as that phrase and the logo for our team, and that's the reality, and that hurts, you know, because that's supposed to mean something. And you know, as Gruden said, dude, I want better fucking execution. That's not too hard to ask as a Raider fan, is it?
No.
I mean, we've all been diehard for how freaking long. I mean, you know, it sucks, but. You know, at the end of it, I just want to say, appreciate you coming on the Hardcore Raider Nation podcast, you know, and joining us. It was a great show. So that was a huge positive, and hopefully we'll bring you back on down the road. And, you know, enjoy your time out there, the last game in Oakland, dude. And, you know, much respect to you. And, you know, anybody else, if you guys don't mind, you know, check out our podcast. We have a bunch of other Raider content creators, and we're trying to bring the family together and unite Raider Nation. And, you know, just chop it up, and hopefully we'll have a good show again this week. So
I appreciate that, Hardcore. I'm going to go to Hot Neil because you're up on your time. Thanks for calling in, partner. Okay, Hot Neil, you're in, partner. What's going on? How you doing?
How you doing, Captain?
Not too bad, man, but really not too good either. I'm here talking with people. So what's your take? What's going on with you?
First of all, thank you for having me again. But what is going to make me upset is Gruden is not doing his job. I'm sorry. I know you're a fanatic about Gruden, but...
No, I'm not. No, you're wrong. I'm not a Gruden fanatic. That's where you're wrong. I'm not a Gruden fanatic. But I saw what he's doing as far as he took the team that we had last year. He stripped away all the crap that we had last year before the season, during the season, and after the season. He stripped the barnacles off the ship, and he's building from whatever the hard deck plates are. I'm using naval analogy, obviously. And we're going to build up from that, okay? And we need more personnel. We need to fill in those blanks. We have about, like I said, we got about 22 to 25 good core players marching forward, and we're going to need more of those players next year. And by the way, Derek Carr played okay, but we're going to look for another quarterback next year to put a fire under Derek Carr's butt. I'm Valerie, again, I'm not hating on Carr, but we need somebody to put a fire underneath Derek Carr's butt. And we need some more receivers that he can throw to. I hope Foster Moreau ain't injured as bad as it looked, because it looked like he had a groin pull when he went down, and I saw the grimace, and I like Foster Moreau. And like I said, as far as tight ends, we have the three best tight ends as a combination. The three best tight ends as a group in the league, and losing him would be bad. He looked really hurt. So, but that's just what I said. We do need an upgrade from the play calling. That's why I think that he's going to turn the chains over to his brother Jay, Hot Neil.
But don't you think that Gruden's doing the same thing that he was doing back in the 90s, that he didn't know what he was doing at first? Take, for example, Jack Del Rio. He didn't know what he was doing. And he just brought one game to us. We were losing.
Well,
it was a losing.
Here's the thing, though. Like I said, Jack Del Rio sucks as a head coach. I mean, I'm just saying it as if Jack Del Rio sucks as a head coach. Seriously. So, whatever, if you're going to use a Jack Del Rio analogy, it's going to fall flat. Jack Del Rio sucks.
Okay. I'm not using the analogy, but I'm just saying, Captain, you got to agree on this. What happened with us back in the late 90s with Gruden?
What happened in the late 90s? I saw Gruden he took a team 8-8, 8-8, and then 12-4. It wasn't until his third year that things got better for the Raiders. And it started with a win at Kansas City, the end of his second year, which made the Raiders 8-8. That was a statement win. I don't think we're going to have that this year, but I think the only statement win that we're going to have is hopefully next week to say goodbye to the Coliseum, Hot Neil, and I think that's going to be the only one we have. If we beat the Chargers, beat the Chargers in L.A., then it'll be an 8-8 year, because I don't think we're going to beat the Broncos in Denver, and it's either 7-9 to 8-8.
Okay, I could agree on you on the Coliseum. I mean, by what I've been hearing about the Coliseum, looks like crap right now. The old Coliseum. Okay, I understand that. But I want to give Griffin a chance to prove himself, because we need to win a Super Bowl. Because I was really pissed off that it took 6 years to the Patriots to win 6 Super Bowls. So now to wait to see if we can get some more winning. I want to give him a chance.
Who do you want to give a chance to?
Gruden.
Yeah, he's going to be given a chance. He's got a 10-year contract, Hot Neil.
Yeah, just like Carr. Carr has a 10-year contract.
We can get rid of. We can actually, contract-wise, Hot Neil, we can get rid of Derek Carr next year for like maybe a $2 million cap hit. I really think so. We can eat. And I might be wrong, but we can walk away from Derek Carr next year, and with minimal damage. I think, because we were thinking about or doing the diagnostics of it. We can walk away from Derek Carr next year.
Okay, I just say, I mean, Carr has done a lot of effort, but no backup. Nobody has given the proper backup. Nobody has given the proper support a quarterback needs.
Well, honestly, now that that P word of playoffs is out of question. By the way, if you're on Facebook, thank you for watching on Facebook. Please go to YouTube.com. YouTube.com/C/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. We're all over there, and we're calling in that way as well. Go ahead.
So, like I said, we need to give Carr, a big chance, because he's not getting backup from the receivers. He's not getting backup from the offense and defense. Okay, they're not backing him up at all. So that's like, okay, here's a comment from Don Webb. Is the defense is the problem?
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, the defense is the problem, and that's why I said we need a body or two in every group. We need another cornerback. We need another safety. We need at least 2, if not 3 linebackers. Okay, and we need another defensive tackle. Okay, so if you go 2 linebackers, a defensive tackle, maybe 2 defensive tackles, that's 4 guys. Okay, so and then a safety and a cornerback, that's 6 guys that you have to put into this defense over the next year, either via free agency or the draft. 6 guys, okay? Plus a running back to help spell Jacobs. That's 7 guys, and that's going to be a draft pick, by the way, okay? So you need 7 guys, and oh, by the way, you better start looking at your offensive line, because I like what we got with our tackles when they're there. Trent Brown is good when he's there, but he missed today, and you saw how bad our right tackle is. So we see how the swing tackle needs to be addressed. We need another guard. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Before you knock me out of the phone call, we need to give Carr a chance. He's doing his best. We need to, like the same way we want to give Gruden a chance. Let's give Carr more chances, because he's doing the best he can. Okay.
Yeah.
There's no communication with the coach. There's no communication with the team. So everything is falling off Carr, and we want to fire Carr. I don't think so. And again, I support Carr 100% myself.
Okay. Well, I support him too, but we need more players on this team. Derek Carr cannot block for himself, throw the ball, and also catch the ball. Bob Money, thanks for coming in. Crow about your Niners, because they had a really good game today, Bob Money, and you can call in on that as well. Hot Neil, I'm gonna go get that call. Take care. Good hearing from Hot Neil. And now with the Pittsburgh report, we get Jared. Jared, how you doing, brother?
Good, Captain Jack. How you doing today?
I've seen better days, but I've called this. Like I said, 7-9 to 8-8. I think I'm right. And your Steelers looked pretty decent today, and it looks like they're going to get that second spot in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Joe Hayden stepped up the last couple weeks, and T.J. Watt made a big turnover early in the third quarter. I think it was the third quarter, but yeah, the problem with the Steelers is still their running game. It's a little shaky with Connor not playing hard. I mean, Snell did okay today. Receiving-wise, it was a little average at best. Hodges was cool and calm and collected, however, but again, there were a couple times, however, that we were a little shaky, however, but that one call they made, how on the fake punt play, even Tomlin admitted after the game in the post game, how, yeah, I made the stupid call. It was my stupid fault that did it, however. But it is what it is, but it's been a very strange week to say the least. I mean, I just talked to Eddie a little bit ago. I mean, you look at what happened in the 49er game, however, this afternoon, however, that was a bullshit call in a way, however, with the Saints getting jobbed, in my opinion, however, on the 49er game, however. You see Denver go into Houston, beat Deshaun Watson, and then you see Casey, with no equipment almost, barely survive in Foxborough. So
okay, wait a second. How did the Saints get jobbed in the Niner game?
I think that pass interference call, whatever the interference call was, I think it was like defensive pass interference, they said, and they gave the Niners a chance to set up for the winning points. I think it was late in the game, similar to the Rams game.
Yep, I got you. But they fully explained that on a punt, that the rules are different. Jared, turn your phone down or something because you're getting a lot of bad feedback.
Okay, I'm good now.
Okay,
I think I'm good now.
On a punt, the rules are different when your gunners are going down the field in a gun position. Yes, they are receivers, but it's one of those things where basically you can mug and molest them the entire time, and they're not going to call pass interference. So according to the rule book, they called it correctly.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to make sure. But it was like a video game. Watching like a video game Madden or a Tecmo Bowl from Nintendo. It was so fun to watch. It was one of the better games of the day. And then talking about Johnson, however, let's talk about the call scene. I mean, okay, LSU's a 1, Ohio State's a 2, Clemson's a 3, Oklahoma's a 4. You want to talk about screwing of a lifetime, however, no offense to the Georgia Bulldog faithful, but come on. They drop only a spot to 5, then you got Baylor, you got Oregon, Florida, Penn State. I mean, Penn State goes to a 10. I'm sorry. This is what pisses me off, and I told Eddie about this, like I said a few minutes ago. Wisconsin's lost 3 games this year. 2 of them were to Ohio State. Yet Penn State gets bypassed at the Rose Bowl, and they said, okay, we're going to put Wisconsin in against Oregon when it should have been Oregon and Penn State, and yet Penn State's going to the Cotton Bowl against Memphis. I don't get that. I'm sorry. That's ridiculous in my opinion.
Oh, by the way, where's Florida going? I haven't been paying attention.
The Orange Bowl. The Orange Bowl down in Miami against Virginia. That's going to be a fun game to watch. And in fact, that's going to be one of the good games to watch besides the Michigan-Alabama and the Citrus Bowl. But, yeah, Florida's playing Virginia down in Miami against Virginia. That's going to be a fun game.
Okay. Well, then I might see if I can get tickets.
Yeah.
Okay, but so you think that Penn State got jobbed out of the Rose Bowl?
Yes, because they only had 2 losses, and the thing was, both of those losses were very, very close, whereas with Wisconsin, you lost twice to Ohio State, you got blown out the first time 38-7, you lost last night when you were leading 21-7 at the half, and you only lost by 2 scores, but yet, okay, they have 3 losses, they're 10-3, Penn State's 10-2, they didn't play each other this year, but Penn State beat Michigan, and I forget who Wisconsin lost the third game to, but yet, at the same time, they think, oh, okay, we'll invite them to play Oregon, and instead Penn State goes to the Cotton Bowl the Saturday before New Year's. I'm sorry, I don't get that.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's crazy, but this is why you need, instead of the first one I've said it many times, expand the field or 8 or 12. Start filling up the field more. Not go to the first 4 anymore. You've got to start expanding the field to 8 or 12 teams now. It's getting ridiculous every year when you have teams that are like 11-1 or 10-1 or 10-2 that are getting shafted. And I'll tell you, this is going to make you laugh. The other college team in Pennsylvania, Pitt, they're going up to Detroit the day after Christmas to play Eastern Michigan at Ford Field on Hockeytown. Unless you're, a Pitt alum or a student or whatever, they're not going to big for fans in the Quick Lane Bowl, or whatever the hell it is, the Little Caesars Bowl against Eastern Michigan. They'll be like if we get 20,000, let alone 15,000 in that stadium the day after Christmas. It's embarrassing.
Okay. Again, I'm not going to, what do you call it, fence with you there.
Yeah.
Because when it's football season, I listen to people that are college experts, and I take what they, now granted, unless they say something that I know is incorrect, and then I get on them. But when it comes to the college game, I love my Gators, and I look to see anybody beating Ohio State because I can't stand Ohio State. Sorry.
And I think Clemson, and you know, and that's the same way. I'm the same way, and I think Clemson, after what I saw them do last night in the ACC title game, will go into the Fiesta Bowl out in Arizona, and they will smash Ohio State. I feel because Clemson, Trevor Lawrence will up, and like you said, as far as the Gators go, I think they'll beat Virginia in the Orange Bowl. They've got the weapons to do it. I think they'll win in the Orange Bowl. I'm picking them to win.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have my bull polls going probably in the next 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, and again, Don Webb, I didn't say that I hate Ohio State just to piss you off, but I just wanted to make sure it's there. Jared, always good hearing from you, brother.
You too. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, that's our Pittsburgh report with Jared, and we go back to get ready. We get to hear about the glorious New England Patriots from Doc Cabral. Doc. Okay, you realize you're going to get run pretty soon, but how you doing, brother?
I love you, brother. I don't care.
Yeah, go ahead. Now, talk to me about your Patsies today getting beat in New England by Kansas City, who really is not a strong team this year.
Hey, shit happens. Every year's different.
I got you. But now,
if it didn't happen, I mean, it is what it is.
And again, I actually. When you guys were going back and forth between was I rooting for the Chiefs? Today, yeah, I was. And that's hard for me to say. I was rooting for the Chiefs because the Chiefs winning does not give me any win or loss on the Chiefs, it doesn't give me any satisfaction because they won the AFC West. But knocking the Patriots down a couple slots, that's what I want to see. And then Buffalo goes and lays an egg against the Ravens. I think the Ravens are the best team in the AFC, Doc.
Oh, they probably do, and that's okay.
But it is playoff time, and the Patriots get all the calls, correct?
I don't know about that. I mean, every team that plays can get the calls, too. It's not just that. If they don't play, somebody else is going to get it.
Okay, I can't argue with that because somebody's got to get the calls if you're in the game. I get there. And Matt Marinovich says it's time for TB12 to retire. Doc, you are a fantastic Patriots fan. Okay.
Well,
I want to hear.
Daryl Stingley's son in LSU.
I thought that the name Stingley, is it his son? Are you sure?
That's Daryl Stingley Jr.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I saw the name and I was like, I wonder. And go ahead.
No, go ahead, Jay. I'm listening to you.
No, I'm just saying. Tom Brady, is this his last year, Doc?
I don't honestly. I really can't. I want to say yes, but I want to say no. But I also want to say maybe Mike Vrabel's calling him over to be the Grandmaster over in Tennessee.
And I thought that prior to the season, but the way Ryan Tannehill is playing,
I know.
It depends upon what Brady wants for a contract because Tannehill has played himself into a very good contract. And he's an average quarterback. I'm sorry. He looks like a Hall of Famer against us. By the way, 4-0 against the Raiders. And I said that Ryan Tannehill, 4-0 against the Raiders. I said that Ryan Tannehill is playing with a better defense in Tennessee, and he's already 3-0 against us, and I can see it being 4-0, and I was correct.
Wow. That's pretty interesting.
So... But I can see maybe going to play for Vrabel. I can see maybe going to the Chargers to play in L.A. so that his wife won't be so mad when he goes to L.A. and plays for a team that he thinks he can take. I don't think he will make them any better. But I think that it's either Tennessee or he retires. I don't really see him having anything left in the tank.
I'm thinking retirement, and I thought that for about a year or two, and I told you that earlier in the season. The only thing I'm kind of caught up in is every time that they do real well, the people are always finding something. Well, today I watched the post-game stuff, reporters, and they were all like, "Oh, Bill, and they kept saying the same question, and I could see him get more and more aggravated. But it made me look at him differently because it kind of reminded me of Dabo Sweeney being so big and 13-0, but still looking like he's 0-13. And that's how Bill shows it to the people. Is that, look, we're not 10-3, we're 3-10, and that's the way we look at it. And that's how he runs his organization. Every coach runs your way the way they do. Bill Parcells did his thing. Ron Earnhardt, when he got kicked out of when he left the SMU, he went right to the Patriots. They went and they played the Chicago Bears, and they got their asses handed to them.
Yeah.
Then Bill Parcells came in. They went and played the Green Bay Packers, and their asses handed to them. But what happens? Bill Belichick is in the right place at the right time. Tom Brady's in the right place at the right time, and all of a sudden it started clicking. But that happens to teams. They start clicking and do real well, but then eventually, when you get to the top of the hill, eventually you're going to come down the other side. Nothing happens forever.
Okay. Well,
and that's the truth.
Hey, Ed Winchell, I know Doc personally, so be nice on what you say to Doc. I've known him for 25 years or so. So
It's been that long, really?
Yeah. Well, at least that, right?
Even though it was a power breakfast over at oh damn it!
At the breakfast place. I know which one. Carol's. There you go.
Carol's.
Yeah.
On Sunday mornings watching Chris Berman and you getting pissed off at him.
Well, because Chris Berman is such a hater, Doc. That's why. Now, okay.
Really?
Yeah, Chris Berman's a hater. He's a Bills Niners fan. Yes, he is. He's a Bills.
Really?
Yes, he's a Bills Niners fan. Look it up. He loves his Bills, and his second team were the Niners, so he's a Raider hater.
Oh, really? That's right. Circle wagons like the Buffalo Bills.
That's
okay,
right.
You got me.
Okay.
You got me. Okay. Hey, best to you and Lil. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Merry Christmas to Lil. And wish you both a great New Year.
All right. Hey, always good hearing from you, Doc. Thanks for participating, brother.
Love you, brother. Take care. Bye.
All right. That was Doc Cabral, who is my... like I said, I do entertain fans from other teams. You guys know that Jared talks about his Steelers, but at least he talks about the whole picture. The whole picture. Doc Cabral is going to be harping on his Patriots. If with Mr. Bigler would be talking about his Chiefs. I just saw a Tighten Up. Who was it over on Facebook? Jonathan Key, Tighten Up. Guys won today. And good to see. Jonathan Key, go over to YouTube. It's right down there. James Peterson, go over to YouTube as well. Yeah, I can call the plays as well. If you see what's going on, and you can call the plays, it is pretty piss poor. Mel, hopefully we got everybody going over to YouTube. Well, let me see. The line is open. Let's put this up. There we go. You want to make a wager? I live in Vegas. Okay. I'm going to allow that. I'm supposed to okay. I'm going to allow that comment, although it's gambling on. Just watch that. Go off show to go back and forth to make your wagers. But yeah, Don Webb, again, not that I'm hating on OSU, but that is going to be a good game, by the way. Ohio State and Clemson, that's going to be a great. You know what? I actually think that the LSU Oklahoma game is going to be good too. And I'm getting I'm getting more love for the possibility of Jalen Hurts as the quarterback drafted by the Raiders next year. I'm liking that more. I don't think that Burrow's going to be available. Didn't mean to say anything about. No, Don. I got you. I know friendly wagers. Yeah, I got you. But I'm just saying, I can't condone or any sort of you're good, Don. Air Force is good. Now Jalen Hurts. I like that thought right there. West Virginia Raider. Okay, everybody's else saying maybe Herbert. He shows ability. But I'm not sure what we got other than that. But we do need to draft a good young quarterback. Mike Arline, thanks for calling in, brother. Good to hear from you. How you doing?
Oh, could be doing better.
Yeah, but, we all could be.
Yeah. It's the same old saying. Like you said, we lack a lot of talent, but then I just see the play calling and the defense really issues there as far as defensive play calling and offensive play calling. Of course, as we all said, you and I agree with Gunther. He has to go. We need to get a better scheme where we can get some more as far as be able to play more man-to-man coverage and be able to adjust, I think. And as far as kind of what you said about Zay Jones gave up on that, I could you said on that deep pattern, I can kind of see why Zay Jones might have given up because Carr hardly ever looks downfield, so a lot of those guys don't expect to get the ball.
And that I agree, and I understand that, and it's true. I agree, I understand, and it's true. But the one time that you give up on the ball and you could have gotten a touchdown. Again, I like Zay Jones. I really do. His father is awesome. I got a chance to talk to both his father and his mother about a month or so. Really impressed with the family there. But here's the thing. If you know that you're supposed to complete your pattern every time, and the one time you don't do it, you cost your team a touchdown. You cost what could have been, and I'm not sure if that was prior to the fumble or not. I don't remember, but you cost your team, and you can't do that. That's why you never give up on any of those plays. That's just
right. I agree. Yeah, just kind of. I guess I'm looking at kind of both sides where Carr being upset that he didn't run. Complete his route. And then Zay Jones probably maybe in his mind didn't think he was getting the ball because of the so many checkdowns Carr does. I mean, I understand we have this West Coast kind of dink and dunk offense, but we've got to change that a little bit. We've got to, hopefully we can get Jay Gruden in there or even, a long shot, Hugh Jackson as not a quarterback coach or something to help out this offense. We got to do something because we got to be more explosive, I think, in this league.
Now I know that Jay's available. Where is Hugh Jackson nowadays?
He's doing anything.
Okay.
So, and I know him and Gruden actually were, I believe, roommates at one time in college, so they have a relationship. So. So I think that would be good if we get either Jay Gruden or, someone that could help him out with the play calling. And, of course, Gunther, he's got to go. Even though I know we lack talent on defense, he just can't adjust like you said. He just cannot adjust. It's always in the second half. He doesn't know what to do, it seems like. A deer in the headlights.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen enough of Gunther. Yes, we need people. We need bodies. But if Gunther is not going to make any changes at all, I don't want him here. I've seen him now for 2 years, and I've seen no halftime adjustments. None. Yeah, so, exactly. I mean, even if you have the players, you should at least do something with the players that you have to do something, and I don't see it. I don't see any halftime adjustments, and I don't see halftime adjustments with John as well. I want to see. Here's Greg Olson, and I'm fed up to hear.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fed up beyond camera stretch on Greg Olson. I've seen enough of Greg Olson. Don't want to see him anymore. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't want to see it. Oh, by the way, this is my commercial for what's that skin condition? I don't have that anymore, and I never had it in the past. So, yeah, was it rosacea or the skin? The one that Cyndi Lauper has, the whatever.
Oh yeah.
I was trying to make a joke. I never had it. No, but here's my commercial. See, I can go out with my arms raised and whatever, yada yada. So.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's just getting. I mean, I think someone said something about the defensive line was the issue. I think we're okay at defense. I mean, we could use a couple more players, but I think D line is probably one of our strengths. It's the linebackers and the safeties and corners where we're lacking. I think Trayvon Mullen, keep him there because he plays pretty well for a rookie.
We need, and he's only going to get better. And like I said, we need a corner on the other side. We picked up a 3rd round pick for Conley, and a 3rd round pick for a player that wasn't performing. There you go. It's better. I mean, you got to pick for somebody that wasn't performing, and it's maybe it's the fact that whatever. I want to see Isaiah Johnson. I want to see another corner.
Exactly.
I want to see Worley be a not even a nickel back, be a dime back. I think that he ought to go, because every time I see somebody scoring a touchdown, normally number 20 is in trail position or not making a tackle. And I'm not as bad as Tommy Beard. Tommy Beard would shoot Worley if he had a gun. I mean, I know that, or maybe not with a bullet, maybe with like a pellet or something. But he would shoot Worley. That's how disgusted he is with Worley. Okay, and at times I see that as well. So we'll see.
Right. I agree with that. Yeah, definitely Johnson. Probably since we're out of the P word. Johnson probably should start, I think, on the other side, see what he can do.
Yeah.
And then maybe move Worley inside. Or maybe, heck, see what he can do with safety. I don't know. Maybe he's better there.
Yeah, and I want to see more Nevin Lawson. I want to see what we have with that. Actually, I don't know what happened to the other Lawson, the kid that was the draft pick a couple years ago. Did we get rid of him already? Because we had 2 Lawsons on the team.
I think so, yeah.
I guess he's gone. So. But, if Nevin Lawson was the guy that we got from, I think we picked him up from Detroit, I want to see more of him because I know what I got with Worley, and I'm not impressed. Bring back Musgrave. There's a reason why Musgrave isn't working. I don't know what it is. But there's a reason why Musgrave isn't working. And if we all knew, maybe maybe the Raiders and other teams know why, and that's why he's not working. So that's a little fishy. That's a little fishy. But go ahead.
No, nobody from Jack Del Rio's system now. We don't need anybody. I mean, he's his draft. Well, him and Reggie kind of set us back a little bit, so we don't need anybody from that regime. Just I think. Like you were kind of saying, Isaiah Worley probably, moving the slot or, like you said, dime back.
Yeah. And
I
like
wouldn't
you said,
mind seeing that guy Levitt back there, that special teams guy. Put him at safety. I mean, we're pretty much done. Throw him out there, see what he can do. I know he's a special team guy, number 32, Levitt, I believe.
Yeah, it's Dalen Levitt. He's like the...
he's a hitter. I mean, why not try him, see what he can do out there? Maybe he can play a little bit. At this point, I think we just need to try some of these guys that haven't played and see what they can do. Even give some Kaiser, maybe put him in there for a couple plays.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. At this point, I want to see what Deshaun Kaiser can do. I really do.
Right.
And because, again, the worst we're going to be is 6-10.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
And I do want to see a win next week, okay? And if you think the Jaguars are going to roll over, you got another thing coming. I think they're going to actually give us a game, but I think we're going to win. But I tell you what, if especially if we lose, my God, I want to see what Deshaun Kaiser can do. I know what Glennon can do, and Glennon's not going to be on the team next year. They're going to have a new number 2, maybe Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr, but maybe not. They're going to have a draft pick, and they're going to have somebody that's either Derek Carr or somebody lighting a fire under Derek Carr's ass, because that's who our quarterbacks are going to be next year. Okay? Right. So I want to see what we got with Deshaun Kaiser. I know he sucked in Green Bay. I know he sucked in Cleveland. Okay? But Rich Gannon didn't tear it up in Minnesota, and he was only playing a little bit better when he got to the Chiefs. I know Robert Bigler will say that. He played pretty well when he got to Kansas City. He won a MVP with us. So maybe it's a change of scenery. Maybe it's getting better in your craft, and maybe that'll happen. And we can say the same thing about Derek Carr with better personnel, but I still need to see more people there, and I want to see what we got. We need players. We need more receivers. We need another half of the defense. I think we're okay on like saying we got half of the defense. We do. We got half of the defense, but we still need other players.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And then on offense, like I was happy Rico Gafford finally got in there and played, because that's what we need. Something like a player like him that can spread the defense and or spread the offense, I should say. And of course, we need to get a power back, to back up. I think Jacobs, somebody that is big, strong, and maybe got a little bit of speed to help out to spell him and get those tough 2-3 yard runs we need to keep the chains moving. So
that's right.
Yeah, I mean, DeAndre did pretty good today, but, of course, he's not a backup. He's just, kind of a, third on the depth chart type running back, really. So.
Yeah, we've seen DeAndre's ceiling. He's a nice back to have, to plug in. Richard is a nice back to have to plug in, but they could be made expendable, and they can be improved. And I mean, that's not me hating on DeAndre. That's not me hating on Jalen. But we know what we got with him. We need to improve there.
Yeah. And another thing, too, I saw in the game, Captain, when we first started that first half, they were talking about they were going to use Preston Brown. And I didn't see him hardly in. I mean, it seemed like they were just playing 2 linebackers and playing, 5 defensive backs.
Yeah.
And, of course, Tennessee exposed us well. That's why Derrick Henry ran all over us in the first half. I'm like, why wouldn't they just load the box and see what we can do? I don't understand what Gunther was thinking when you only have 2 linebackers out there and 5 DBs on those first couple drives.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that we had Markel Lee in there, which is good. I saw that we had Morrow in there, which is good. At least we know how to spell the word linebacker now. But we still need to use them, and I don't know if Preston Brown was active. I don't recall seeing him, Mike.
Yeah, he was in there in a couple plays, but not like they said they were going to use him. So I don't know if he just hadn't called him to playbook, or just they don't feel like he's ready yet. But I would think at least if you're going against Derrick Henry, you'd have at least 3 linebackers playing most, every 3 downs at least to try to stop the run. I knew we were in trouble once I saw the 5 defensive backs. I said, there's no way you're going to be able to stop Henry with that scheme.
No.
So
I got Mike. I'm going to open it up in a minute. What do you think our record's going to be overall?
Well, I don't get mad at me, but I don't see us beating Jacksonville next week. I just don't feel it.
Wow.
And unless somehow we can get it, I think they're deflated. I think after we lost this game, I think the players are checked out.
Okay, so 6-10 then.
6-10, yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, I don't hate on you, man. That's why it's a talk show. So no, I hope you're wrong, because I am going out there next week. I hope you're wrong. I think, like Don Webb, we're going to be 7-9. Yeah, I think we're going to be 7-9. I think we beat Jacksonville in a very close game, but I think we beat Jacksonville, and then we lose the last two. So I say 7-9.
I hope. I mean, that's what I wish for, but it just unless I can see some improvement with the defensive scheme and play call, I think 6-10. We're just too predictable in offense.
True. True.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Mike, always good hearing from you, brother. Thanks again for calling in, man. I want Valerie to call in. I want Don Webb to call in. I want Hollywood Raider to call in. That's why I opened it up. So good talking to you, brother.
Good talking to you too.
All right.
Okay. Take care.
Take care. That's my boy, Mike. Good to hear from him. You don't need to knock out the caller anymore. Valerie, the line is open for you or anybody else that wants to call in. Line is open, 813-699-0834. We've been on for about an hour and a half. No, an hour 20. I say we, at least enough. I want to do an hour and a half, and I want to hear from Valerie. Valerie says 8-8. I hope you're right, Val. Val, I want to hear from Val. I want to hear from, and Ruben's out there. Ruben has been biding his time. And Edward has as well. Edward, I know when Ed, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, Ed, but when Edward is upset, I know that he doesn't want to really call in, but that's fine. Oh, from Georgia. Let's see here. Georgia, who do we got on the phone with us?
Kevin, this is Mr. Wombat. How you doing?
Okay, I thought it was, and it's been a while. How you been, brother?
Well, aside from the last few weeks, I've been pretty good.
Yeah, I know, and I think like I said, the last time you spoke, we were doing really well, and then I said, but we still got those games against the Jets, and we still got that game against the Chiefs, and I'm not saying that you checked out. I just haven't seen you in a while, so I want to hear from you though, Mr. Wombat. Take it to the house, man. I'm giving you the handoff, and the line is blocking for you. You got that hole. Go ahead, score me that touchdown. Give me your best.
All right. Well, it's fine. It's cool. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. I'm not sure what the general consensus has been. I've been forced to just join the show, but I'm pretty much over the defense. I'm okay with Gunther getting his walking papers, and pretty much you can just give walking papers to about 99% of the current defense. Because I saw
99%.
I saw absolute quit from them today. No, because some of those touchdowns were just inexcusable. Like I'm done. I'm done with these calls. I'm done with that horrible zone. I'm done with the missed tackles. I'm done. I'm just done. I'm done with the blown coverages. I'm done.
Okay, well, who do we keep on defense then? You said 99%. Who do you want to keep?
I think my personal opinion. I think Crosby's done well. I think Hankins has done well.
Yep.
I think Cleveland is coming through. So I have like
that now. So you've gone up from 99% to about at least 25%. So because
that's 25%. I'm talking like now. Okay, because I'm through with letting a lot.
I got see. I'm saying now. Now wait a second. You want to shit can Trayvon Mullen?
Oh no, I was about to get to that. Like I know I'm being egregious with my numbers, just trying to be silly with sarcasm. I'm okay with keeping Mullen and like Johnson and seeing what some of these younger guys can do. I'm being silly.
I know. You're mad. You're mad as hell, and you're not going to take it anymore. If to steal a line from a movie.
No.
Okay, so I got you, man. The defense needs to improve. We have some building blocks. And like Mike Arline said, our defensive line is a hell of a lot better this year than it was last year with Farrell and with Crosby. And I like our push in the middle with Hurst and I almost said Jelly, with Hurst and Hall and Hankins with the Triple H. But they still can. We can improve. We can improve. But
we can. But I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm just
go ahead.
Like these. Oh, okay. I'm just done with a lot of the linebackers and secondary. I'm just done. And I'm look. You guys may want to keep Worley. I'm done with Worley.
No, I'm done. I'm saying that he's at most he should be a dime back. At most he should be a dime back.
Yeah, and that's That could be the case. If you want to keep him on the roster, I'm okay with him getting the pink slip. I just hope to think that I don't know. Obviously, I don't make the decision, so I'm still gonna support this team no matter what. But it's ridiculous, and I'm pretty much done. And so, if they don't hit the reset button, fine. If they bring back Gunther, fine. I'm just saying my personal opinion. I'm okay with them handing out a bunch of pink slips. Like I expect a bunch of empty lockers on the defensive side of the ball come off season, because a lot of these guys, and it really isn't even so much like, I don't even feel like they're being competitive. Like I feel like I saw a lot of quit on the field today. It could just be me, but I'm just, these missed tackles and the blown coverage, and I don't get it. And Gruden's play calling has obviously been, in my opinion, just very lackluster. So I don't know what's going on from the beginning of the year up until now. I thought they were finding their identity. I guess I could be wrong about that too. So I don't know. And this isn't just from today. This is just what I've seen last week.
Yeah.
And when I see a performance like this, like I just feel like everybody from Gruden on down should be held accountable.
Yes.
In my opinion.
Yes. And I really think that even though John has a 10-year contract, and I don't really see John coaching for 10 years. I see John coaching for obviously the last 2 years in Oakland with a transition over into Vegas of 2 to 3 years, and that's it. And for everybody that wants Ron Rivera as our defensive coordinator, no, because Ron Rivera is going to be coaching another team as the head coach next year. It would be nice to have him here,
absolutely,
but I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't personally. They would have to pretty much back up all the money into his front yard and say, please sign with us in order for him to step down to be a coordinator. Because, like, I agree with you. He's gonna be courted by other franchises, and he will be a head coach next season.
Yeah.
I just do not see him stepping down.
That's why I'd like to see somebody that gets fired from a staff that is good. That's why at the beginning of the year, I think that we were of a mind that maybe Greg Williams with the Jets, because we saw what Greg Williams' defense could do, but the way the Jets are playing, maybe Greg Williams gets elevated to a head coaching position because the Jets defense has been playing well. So that's somebody that I'd love to have, but I don't know if he's going to be available either. I'd love to have Greg Williams here because that team plays for him. If we can't get a defensive coordinator, I say get rid of Gunther and let Brenson Buckner be the defensive coordinator. I think that the guy deserves a shot.
And that he's the defensive line coach, correct?
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Yeah, well, I actually agree with that. I wouldn't have a problem with that because he's actually his work has actually been showing through, like with the play of the defensive line. So, I would agree with that, him getting a promotion to defensive coordinator if that type of move were to be made.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know whether he wants it, but the way that he is very determined in the drive and his personal attitude, I think that it might be, if it's something that maybe he's not ready for, I say that we say, or like have what do you call it? Mike Mayock say, no, we think you can do this, and I think that he would make a fine defensive coordinator. Greg Minuski is out there, would be good, but we definitely need to improve our coordinators. And I said, Jay Gruden, I don't think Jay Gruden's going to get a job as a head coach anytime soon. Let Jay Gruden be the OC, and let him work with John. Let John say, here's whatever your playbook, my playbook, anybody's playbook. Let it go. Let it go. Let it. I'm and actually, that reminds me, I need to see Frozen 2. But let it go. Let Jay Gruden come in as the OC, and let's get a defensive coordinator worth the salt. I've seen enough of Gunther. Yes, we don't have the players. I got it. We don't have all the players we need on offense. I got it. But still, I want to see some players and coaches brought in that I think can do it.
Well, and that's okay. I agree with you there, and I also agree with you. Yes, like you said, may not have the playmakers or the players, but as a coordinator, you're still supposed to be able to make adjustments to play to your players' strengths and do something. I don't see anything week to week. They fall for the same plays, they fall for the same calls, they fall for the same stuff, and a lot of it is just sloppy. I just see a lot of sloppy, and as a coordinator, you're supposed to tighten that kind of stuff up and keep some discipline. And I feel like I don't see that on the field.
Yeah.
And I mean, that could just be me. Again, I'm not sure what the consensus is, but this is just, my take based on what I've seen these past few weeks. Even at the beginning of the season, I was still wondering about this defense, what he's been doing. And I just don't feel like he makes any real adjustments. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't have faith in the players to make the adjustments, or maybe he's stubborn. I don't know. I just know I'm done.
Yeah.
And so
my fun meter is on. I said my fun meter, FUN, is on enough with the coordinators,
yes.
and that includes John Gruden and his play calling. It definitely means that Olsen has to go. So let's sweep the top positions and see what we got, and it would be a great improvement.
So I do have one quick question. I know I don't have a lot of time. I was curious, what was your take on tonight's matchup, and what has been the consensus from the others who have called in? Because I just kind of jumped onto the show. Kind of echo some of our same sentiments yourself. Or?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, we're sick of the fact that there was no adjustments made at halftime. The only adjustments were made on the Titans side, and that once the Raiders were down to two possessions, two TD possessions, and Waller dropped the. And again, I wasn't hating on Waller. Stuff happens, okay. Mm-hmm. But when that fumble occurred, everybody checked out. I don't know how many people were left in the Coliseum because they didn't do a big pan shot. They showed individuals. A lot of my friends I saw, and I'm going to say, hey, I saw you. But I saw a lot of my friends there, but they didn't do a pan shot for everybody. So I'm sure that there were a lot of people that walked out. I mean, when you're down 21 and you can't do anything to even keep it close, I'm sure it was not a fun day to be there.
No, I can't imagine it's not. And I do hope for yourself and whoever you invite to join you in next week's game, and for the fans that do go, I hope these guys do get up at least for this game. I really do.
Yeah.
Because I shudder to think what's going to happen if they lose to the Jaguars.
Yeah,
and the Jaguars are very capable of beating this team.
Oh yeah, and my buddy Mike Arline already said that the Jaguars are going to beat us, and Mike's my buddy, and he said, "Oh, you're going to hate me." I said, "No, I don't hate you. I mean, everybody has their opinion. That's why I give them the opportunity to voice it. But I would hope that the Raiders dig down deep and say the last game that's here in Oakland, the very last game that's here in Oakland, for the fans." For everybody, we need to dig down deep and win. Just like Al says, man, just win, baby. It could be by 1 point, exactly. And it could be the ugliest win you could ever want, but I want my last game in Oakland. I want to see that win. Nice. And I do have somebody coming over. The gentleman's coming over from Europe. He did a lot of things with his club for charity and for making sure that the Raiders Nation, that when they went out to England, had a great time. So that's my +1. It's not some skirt. Okay. It's not some skirt. Everybody thought that I was going to bring a skirt with me, and I said no, it ain't a skirt. So my +1 is a very well-deserving gentleman. So
I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I think it was great for you to be doing what you were doing to offer a +1 to someone anyway. But to hear, this gentleman's coming all the way over from Europe and all this, you offering it to him, hey, that's great. I wish I wasn't working. Otherwise, I would do my name to the hat. But no, that's really cool. And so I'm hoping, especially for him, if he's making all that, coming all that way, that you guys leave with a victory.
Yes, for sure. Because like I said, I don't see myself going out to Oakland anymore. I mean, maybe I might go to Northern California, and I saw that they had the USS Hornet was on when they were doing their extra B-roll for the game, and I'm like, that would interest me to go see the Hornet up in Alameda, but I don't know if I even have the time to do it next week because I'm flying in Saturday late, and then I'm going to the game, and then I'm leaving on Monday, and I'm like, I'll have to come out to Oakland to see it another time, but I don't know when that next time will be. I'm not going out there for anything remotely other than to see some friends maybe, so we'll see.
Well, they're not really. Well, I wouldn't blame you. They're not really the way they play. They're not really giving you or anyone else much incentive to want to go back to Oakland if they end up back in Oakland next season.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Wombat, hey, I appreciate you calling in, man. You be sure to, like I said, get the word out, and hopefully we'll get some more viewers on here. And I enjoy listening to you.
Absolutely, I appreciate you taking my call, and hope you all enjoy the rest of the evening. And I'll continue listening to the show as I just jumped on kind of late, but I appreciate you taking my call and everything. So you guys and yourself enjoy the evening either way.
All right, thanks again, partner. We'll see you on the next one.
All right, take care.
All right, that's Mr. Wombat calling in from Georgia. We've been on. We've been on for an hour and a half. Okay, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to. That's the wrong one. I'm going to give until the clock says 1:35, 1 hour 35, which is in a minute from now. If we don't have anybody call in, and it's not that I mean, trust me, I'd love to hear from everybody. Mary Kay Crum, thanks for watching. Hope you go over to YouTube because people are over at YouTube. It's where I see the comments a lot better. I see Tim Cruz. Yes, I was disappointed. Robert Bigler came back. Matt Santini, thanks for watching as well. Jerry Rojas. The damn fumble from Johnny Chavez. Yeah. And the play calling needs to change. I agree. Bad Boy Fresno watching your show. Thanks, Steve. Stephen and Diane Barola. Hopefully I said that right. If you're watching on Facebook, thank you for watching, but please come over to YouTube. Please come over to YouTube. I appreciate everybody that gave me the looks. But it's one of those things where I actually want to I want to eat. And we're coming down to the wire. See if we got. See, Gruden is not robbing anyone. Mark Davis hired Bonnie. Somebody came in. Ed Winchell. You got in at the last, so you're it, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm just skating by.
I got you. And I said that, and I said I wasn't surprised not hearing from you because you're upset, you're pissed. Okay, 864, call in about 5 minutes. 864, call in about 5 minutes. Go ahead, Ann.
I was just about to say, did you ever announce who won that ticket to go to the game next week?
Yeah, I did. I said that it was a person from Europe. And that they were highly involved, and I said to if you missed it, apologies, but yeah, the winner was announced. I wanted to get with everybody that was like 1, 2, 3, and 4, and I got with the person number 1 to make sure that they were available. They were available. I saw that they had their itinerary, their tickets to come over here, so I know that it wouldn't be, I wouldn't be giving the ticket away and nobody would show up for it. That person made their itinerary. They are coming over, so they did win. So I guess I have to do a Facebook announcement. But they were. There is a +1. A gentleman from Europe is coming over, and he's going to enjoy it with the seats with me.
He's flying in from Europe just for the game?
He's flying in from Europe.
He's as crazy as you are.
Hey. I already got my tickets and stuff.
You ought to be committed. I mean, commended.
Yeah. No, I think you had it right the first time. We ought to be committed.
Well, I can verify. I've been to a game with Captain Jack. There is no other person I'd rather go to a game than to go to the game with Captain Jack.
Well,
the seats are phenomenal.
I appreciate that.
the thing about going to a game with Jack is it's not necessarily the game, but it's just the popularity that you have in walking around the stadium. It's like wherever you go, the crowd stops. Game, but it's just the popularity.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wanted to pop over. Are you still here, Ed?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the positives there. I really do. And I appreciate, the fact that everybody says, hey, be sure to give me a like. I appreciate the likes as well. I appreciate everybody being here. I appreciate going, and I enjoyed going to the game with you there, Ed, because if people don't know, Ed Winchell was my +1 for the very first game this year because he gave up his tickets because of a certain person who I won't say his name nor his initials. And I didn't want to have my one ticket go to waste. And I called him up. I said, Ed, you're coming with me. And so Ed was there, and I enjoyed it. I've always had somebody with me for the game. I think the last game I was at, there was a young lady, and boy, bad thing. She had her and her son wanted to get into the stadium and to see the game for the first time, and I got them in. Don't ask. And then she ghosted on me, which I don't really care about. The fact that she ghosted on me, she had other people to see. It was just the way that she ghosted and didn't even say hello, goodbye, kiss my ass. But I still want to make sure that there is somebody with me that's going to enjoy the game. So I did that. And I appreciate you being there for me for that game, Ed. You made it enjoyable for me as well.
I'll leave everybody with one quick remark about that, and that is that Captain is so popular that he usually, or at least with the game he and I went together with, he couldn't pull his tickets off his phone for some reason, yet everybody said, go in, we know you're here, without showing him any tickets.
But I was bound and determined to show my damn ticket, and I still had the same thing. Like I said, that one chick that got in with their son, I couldn't get it. I hate digital tickets. I hate them. And the only reason why I've been doing digital tickets was because with my season tickets this year, I didn't even break the bind on them. They've been in their pristine condition for the 2 sets of the season tickets that I have. They're pristine. There's not even a crack in the bind of the season tickets because I wanted them to be the last tickets for the Oakland Coliseum. I wanted them to be in mint condition, and I didn't even break the bind on them.
That's going to be a keeper for you.
Hopefully so. Now I had the tickets from last year. In fact, let me. I think I have them here. Yeah, here they are. Oh no, shit. I did have them in here in the drawer, but I made the mistake of last year was breaking the bind, and so here's some of the tickets from. Is it from? Oh no, this is yeah, it's from 18. So I got the tickets from last year, and I took them out, but I was bound and determined not to break the bind on the tickets for this year, so that they are going to be a collector's item for sure.
I'll leave you with 2 quick things, and that is supposedly with respect to the construction of the new field in Vegas. I read today, and I think I sent it to you, that people are saying that supposedly the bolts were broken because they were sent from China.
That's
this
bullshit.
is just what I'm reading.
Yeah.
That's bullshit. They have said that out of 500,000 bolts, 11 broke.
11.
11. So
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. Let's just keep our fingers crossed that the stadium, happens to be on time and everyone will be happy.
I think so, Ed. And like I said, and I appreciate you sending me that piece because it made me feel better about. Again, there's a person whose initial begins with a Z. So I'm going to say, but this person whose initial begins with a Z has his own agenda for all of the stuff that he spews, okay? And again, I don't know the guy personally. I'm not bad-mouthing him personally. I just know that he has an agenda. And his agenda is everything anti-Raider for Vegas. He is tunnel vision. His agenda is the Raiders are not going to Vegas, and I'm going to huff and puff, and I'm going to hold my breath until I turn blue, green, and aqua until it doesn't happen. And that's just the way it is. And I don't – I put words out, and I put out my opinion. I put out facts when I know it. But if you got an agenda, I don't want to hear from you because it's just that. It's your views for a reason. And I don't play that game. Homie don't play that shit, shall we say.
Yeah, homie don't play that shit.
That's right.
Whenever I tell you something, I try to substantiate it by forwarding it to you wherever I read it from, so you yourself know that there's something behind it, that I just don't pull it from the clouds.
Oh, no, I always ask. I mean, hey, if you're going to say something, I say, what's the source?
What's the source?
What's the source?
Right. Well, have a safe trip into California.
I will, and thanks for checking up on me. Yep, I will be here after the game, and we'll talk about what will hopefully be a victory for the last game in Oakland. Hopefully a victory for the last game in Oakland. I'll say it again.
Well, I hope that the Raiders can control Fournette because he's going to be a beast.
Yeah, if they got a view of what they're going to be facing next year with Derrick Henry today, they better learn how to tackle a big guy that's going to roll over you.
That's right. All right, Captain.
Hey, thanks again, Ned. All right, thanks again, Ed. We'll see you on here next week, and hopefully for that party in Vegas.
Are you on Thursday of this week, or are you not going to be on?
Yeah, I'll be on Thursday.
Okay, I'll talk to you then.
All right, thanks again, partner.
Be well, partner.
All right, that's Ed Winch. Always good to hear him. And Jacqueline is there. Jacqueline is my favorite Chamoran. Little sprite. I hopefully we'll get a chance. Now Jacqueline's from Vegas as well, so I will hopefully be running into her for the program. So we are on. Oh, let me see here. Hang on here. Yeah, we've been on for an hour 44, and it's 9:00, so it's getting late. So let's see if we got. I'm going to give like another 30 seconds. I'm going to give another 30 seconds, and I'm going to check the timer to see if we have any more callers. We had one that was calling in when Ed was calling, and I said that they had to call back. So we'll see if they were paying attention. But we'll see. I know I always enjoy this, hanging out with y'all, and I appreciate you. Like I said, giving me the likes. I really appreciate that as well. I appreciate you getting the word out. We're getting more subscribers, but tell somebody, man. Everybody, I say every Raider fan knows at least two. It's true. Every Raider fan knows at least two Raider fans. Get those two Raider fans to subscribe and have them call in. And God forbid, every Raider fan also knows somebody who's a Chiefs fan or a Broncos fan, or they might know a Charger fan, but they know a Broncos fan or a Chiefs fan. I guarantee it. And they also know a fan that's a Cowboys fan. It's easy because they're everywhere too. Get people that enjoy talking football and have them join the show. We do got a caller. Ruben, you are my last caller. How you doing, brother? What's going on?
What's up, Captain?
What's going on with you, Rube?
How about we draft a playbook?
I saw that remark, and it was good. It was a good remark. I would if I was doing Facebook on it. Hang on a second. Unknown caller 864. Give me 5 minutes with Ruben. Ruben. I'm going to get you have 5 minutes. Give Ruben 5 minutes and call me back 864. I'm not sure who that is. Ruben, you got 5 minutes. You're on the clock, brother.
I've been saying it's a playbook. I've been saying this ever since after the Bears game.
Yeah,
because he hasn't done shit with the players, and yeah, we don't got the players. So what? They don't know how to move the ball.
Well,
31, and he's throwing the ball downfield 15 yards because that's what Carter's doing. They don't give the ball to Rashad. He was running the ball real good. You can't just keep feeding the ball to Washington. You don't get the tight ends early in the game. You know, try doing the 3-set tight end. See if that works. It's been working for Baltimore. Gruden's been in the booth. You didn't know this shit?
Well, they were running at least 2 or 3 tight end sets, because I did see where Waller was in there, Carrier was in there, and Moreau was in there before he got injured. So I did see a 3 tight end set a couple times today.
You know what I'm getting tired of? It's not the play on the field. It's after the game when he gives those interviews. Don't even go to the mic. Just take your ass to the locker room. I don't want to hear excuses. Why we didn't do this, why we didn't do that. You got a job to do. Him and Guttner got a job to do. They don't got those guys ready. I might have fans mad at me, he doesn't like the Raiders, or he's mad at the team. Mad? I'm not mad. It's embarrassing. I want the team to win, but they're not. And they're not doing what it takes to win.
864.
They can't stop Henry.
864.
They need the middle of the field wide open.
864. Give Ruben about 2 more minutes, and you can call back. 864 caller. Give Ruben 2 more minutes. Go ahead, Ruben.
They don't put enough pressure on the quarterback. The middle of the field always open, always open. Go back and look at all the games. See how many plays they give up over the middle. I think they're just going through the motions. I don't think they really give a shit if they're winning or not. And when I say they, I'm talking about the players. I'm talking about the coaching staff. Because they know exactly what they're putting out there for these players to do. You think some of these players don't see what they're doing? They probably don't. They go back in the locker room, they talk among each other, and they're probably saying, you know what? They're not trying to win here. So you got the fans being pissed off at the players when the fans should be pissed off at the coaching staff.
I think
want to blame Carr, want to blame this person, want to blame that person.
Wait a second.
You start with the coaches.
Ruben, I think the fans are plenty pissed at the coaching staff. I think you're wrong there. I think
but they're not really taking it out because all I see is them bashing Carr. But when Carr wins, they don't say nothing about him. He's one guy. He can't do it all on his own.
That's not
true. And I don't blame him for throwing the ball away in the ground. Because why? His receivers are not going and running the routes right. They're not getting open. Ruben, so what do you want him to do with the ball?
Ruben, I don't want to bounce you. At least, like I said, I like when you call, but at least give me a chance to say the tit for tat. I think that the fans are plenty pissed at Carr. I think the fans are plenty pissed at Gruden. I think a lot of the fans are plenty pissed at Gunther. We see it here. So I think you're wrong there. The only thing is that as a fan base, you have to understand you got to be pissed at the performance of the players that are on the field, because John Gruden does not play 1 snap as a Raider. He doesn't. Paul Gunther does not play 1 snap as a Raider. He's a coach. Okay? Greg Olson doesn't play a snap, but his players do. So that's why the players are going to get the brunt of what's going on, because the fans are pissed off, and they're pissed off at the coaches on down. They're pissed off at Mark Davis on down, but Mark Davis doesn't play a snap either. So the fans are going to get on the team because that's what...
at Davis for a lot of other reasons. I don't even want to get into that, because if you study your stuff, like I know you're for the Vegas move. Okay, a lot of people are because they want a new stadium. If this thing falls on its face, which eventually I give them like 5 years when they get there, and I'm talking about when I say they, the owner, he's done lied. I could bring up stats and I could bring up stuff to read to you, but it would take all fucking day, and I'm not going to get into all that because I know what he's done. I know what the city of Oakland's done too. They're going to move. That's fine. They move. In the end, when all is said and done, he's going to probably end up losing this team. But he does? Good. That's what he deserves.
Well,
but as far as the team goes,
like I said,
he doesn't know what he's doing right now.
It's good.
He can use the excuses he doesn't have the players that he wants. He got everything he asked for. I put that in the comment section too. He didn't get what he asked for. He didn't get what he picked. He got what he wanted. He hasn't been able to do nothing with it.
Well,
and Gruden, like what the other caller said, I don't know I forgot what he mentioned about his playbook. It's vanilla, okay? It's plain. It's simple. He's not fooling nobody. We were down there at the goal line in the red zone. We know we're going to probably lose anyway because we don't have enough time to come back from the deficit that they build up against us. You can't get the ball in the end zone. You got Ingle in the back. Nobody else. You're not even trying to fool them. You go straight up the middle. The dude jumped over the lineman and got him.
Yeah, I saw it
fake.
I saw it, Ruben. I was there.
Man.
I watched it on TV just like you did. Or were you there today?
Dude, no, I didn't go. I know some friends of mine went. I'm not going no more.
Okay.
I went. I guess you could say the fans got lucky because we beat, the Bengals. Friends of mine, my brother, he went to the Charger game. They got to see their team win when they went. I went. I got to see my team win.
Mm-hmm.
I feel for the fans because why? They don't go all the way to Oakland to see this kind of a performance.
I do.
For them to lose in the way that they're losing, nobody goes to a game to watch their team lose. I saw the Broncos, and I just saw some of the highlights. I saw them kick the shit out of the Houston.
Yeah.
With a third-string quarterback.
Well, no.
What's going on in Oakland with the playbook?
Whoa. That is not a third-string quarterback for Denver. That is their quote-unquote No, that is their franchise quarterback that they picked in the draft. That is the quarterback that you will be seeing the Denver Broncos have for the next 3 to 5 years,
Okay,
if
but
not longer.
they drafted Flacco. They put him on the bench like they did Eli Manning.
Right,
That's
because
what the Giants did to him.
Flacco was just a placeholder, okay? Joe Flacco was a placeholder. Drew Lock is who they drafted this past year to actually take the Broncos to the next level. And I didn't like him as a college quarterback. I didn't. But apparently he was just whooping it up today. Okay, I didn't watch the game, but I saw the stats. He had close to he had like 400 yards, if I'm not mistaken, today.
The point is, I see all these other sorry teams, and they're moving the ball.
Yeah.
And we're not moving the ball.
No. Well,
we didn't even do that. I mean, we did pretty good on defense as far as we didn't make a lot of penalties.
Right.
But I see Whitehead. He doesn't belong in that position, what he's doing. None of these dudes look back for the ball. The dude's catching the ball. He's going to catch it. The ball goes to the guy's chest. You can't put your hands where his chest is at. His hands are right there, and he couldn't get the ball away from him, keep him from scoring a touchdown. I mean, these guys, they're atrocious what I've been seeing, okay? And I've been seeing all the other games, too. I go back and I see the highlights and stuff after, the games are done, but like when Sunday night is on right now, and the Rams are beating the Seahawks 14-3.
Okay.
After the games are all over, I go back and look at all the highlights to see, who did what.
Ruben,
I don't see anybody in the secondary.
Ruben, you've been on for 840. In the last 30 seconds, who's going to win next week, and what are the Raiders' record going to be? Because I want to roll over.
I hate to say this, but we're going to lose if they don't change the playbook.
Well, okay.
We're going to lose.
So
I hope we win.
Okay, but what's our record going to be then? 6-10, 7-9, what?
Probably going to be 8-8, and that's going out on a limb. We might not win no more on this way out.
Well, we can't be.
These guys don't change nothing.
Okay, we can't be 8-8 unless we win next week and at least won the other game. So I think we're going to be 7-9. I think we win next week and we lose the last two. But that's me.
We still got the Chargers. We still got Denver. Anything can happen those two games, but. From the way we're playing, I mean, I feel for the players because it's not really falling on them.
Right. The way we're playing, though, I don't see us winning other than Jacksonville. I'm going to let you go, Rube, because I'm going to have one more call come in, and I appreciate you calling in.
We used to be a team, Captain, in the second half. They used to make adjustments, okay?
We don't make adjustments in the second half, and I've already said that.
That's what that's his Achilles heel right there. He doesn't change nothing.
Right, and that's why I think we're going to get rid of him. Ruben, thanks for calling in, partner. We'll see you on the next show.
All right. Take care, Captain. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders. That's Ruben. Ruben is like I said, I enjoy hearing from Ruben. I got it. Oh, somebody's calling in. Okay. Houston Steve, I guess you're going to be my last caller unless that other caller calls back. What's going on, partner?
Hey, Captain Jack. How you doing? This is Houston Raider Steve.
I got you, man. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. Unfortunately, I didn't watch the game as much as I would like because I was watching a Texans game with the Texans watch group here in Houston, and we just got done doing our country and western dance and just to kind of forget about that disaster that happened this afternoon. Captain, can you give me a summary about how it got so bad so fast in the second half?
Well, here's the thing. The Raiders actually played well in the first half, and then there was no adjustments made in the second half. None. The defense, when they got down 14 points, it looked like when they were trying to mount a comeback, We were going for a comeback, and Darren Waller fumbled the ball, which was taken in for a fumble 6, and after that, everybody checked out. So it's just the way that is. So yeah, it was hard to watch. It was just like a review of the last several games, but at least this game they showed up in the first half. And they were slugging, it was a slugfest, we took their best shot and we do a shot. They'd have a 91-yard touchdown to their speedy receiver, and we had a 46-yard touchdown to ours. So it was a slugfest in the first half. And then, as is with most Raider games that I've seen the last 2 years, there is no adjustments defensively, or for that matter, offensively, to go into the second half, and the game just gets away from us when you have a bad play. Hey Steve, I'm going to take this other call because this is the person that's been calling in a couple different times.
Okay, have a good one, Captain, and remember, jump off the ship and walk the plank, and God bless, and hang in there, Captain. It'll get better.
All right, thanks again. That's Steve, and 864. Who am I talking to? And I'm glad we finally got you in.
Hey, Captain Jack, this is Hollywood Reader.
All right. Well, I'm glad that you actually called in, because like I said, I kept saying, hey, keep calling back. I wasn't going to lose you anymore. And again, apologies to Steve, because I know Steve as well, and it's good to hear from Steve as well. You are definitely my last call, because I definitely need to go get something to eat. So your 2 cents, man. You got the floor to what's going on. Give me your best.
Well, after all the games that I've been to, the New York game, the KC game, I've gotten sick. So I got this one more game to go to, the Jaguars game. Me and Loretta are going to go down all the way from Greenville, South Carolina. Going to make that long trip just like you do, as a Raider fan. We all got to remember, this team is young, man. This team is very young. And they don't have a whole lot of people to look up to. They got to make their names out there. Pharrell trying to make his name. Mullen trying to make his name. Josh Jacobs trying to make his name. So we don't have Woodson to look up to. We don't have Tim Brown, Jerry Rice to look up to. We just have these young kids to move us forward. And we'll see what happens,
Yeah, like I said, I agree that we have half a team, because I like what we got. I like what we got with about half of the player. I think that we have the building blocks. If you look at a 53-man roster, I like where we have like 25 people that are building blocks for something good. We still need to get the other half, and that's got we got to do that over the next draft, the next free agency period. And I think that what we get in Vegas next year will be a semblance of what we're going to be able to field for years after that. I think that maybe we're going to go from 25 building blocks to about 40 next year. And I think that 40 is going to propel us to a possible a better record, and maybe when you say the word playoffs and Raiders in the same sentence, you might actually have something there. But we're still a year away, and I think we're gonna get a lot closer next year. And God forbid that maybe by and I wish it would have been next year, because the Super Bowl. I know that those are words you don't want to hear. But the Super Bowl is in Tampa in 2021, which would be after the 2020 season. I would have loved to have seen the Raiders come here to my hometown and check them in a Super Bowl, but I just don't think it's going to happen. But I still say that the Raiders are going to get a lot better next year, and maybe 2021, 2022, they're going to start being the perennial powers that we wish them to be.
I agree. And we just all got to remember, it's a Raider nation. It's not Oakland. It's the Raiders. You know what I'm saying? And they were in LA. I was in LA. I went to plenty of LA games when they're in the Coliseum. You know, I flew from Los Angeles to Oakland, had season tickets for many years until I moved out east, you know. So still diehard Raider fan. You know, these boys they gotta click all together. They're not doing it. Carr's not being the role model. You know what I'm saying? He's gotta take this team and carry it, and he's not. So, you know, that's a big decision for Gruden. You know, do we pick up another quarterback that can, you know, move this team into the right direction? You know, and there's plenty of quarterbacks out there that are coming in the draft this year, and there's going to be plenty of late quarterbacks. You know, so we'll see what happens in the draft. But you know, I'm excited to go to the Jacksonville Jaguar Raider game. We're going to do the same thing you're doing. We're leaving on Saturday and come back on Monday, and you know, hopefully the Raiders will pick up a win there. You know.
I hope so, man, because like I said, I don't want the last memory of me going to that stadium end in a loss. I want it to be something that I remember for the rest of my life, saying the very last game in Oakland was a victory, and it's something to build on and feel good. I remember my first victory in Oakland was the Thursday night game with Derek Carr beating the Kansas City Chiefs. I'd seen a lot of other games in Oakland, not a lifetime of games, but I'd seen a lot of other games prior to that before I started traveling regularly. But it wasn't until, and that was what, 2014, I think?
Yep.
Yeah. We were 0-10. That one weekend, I went from San Diego and drove up to Oakland. I had just seen what should have been a victory against the Garglers in San Diego, where we took over the stadium. We were 0-10. We had the Thursday game on a short week, and that was my first victory in Oakland, and I remember crying going out of that stadium because of how good it felt. I want to feel the same way this next Sunday. I hope to see that.
Absolutely. I do too. So, well, on the other note, I just wanted to let you know that I'm a big Clemson fan.
Yes.
And Clemson's got Ohio, so I know Webb's a big Ohio fan.
Oh yeah, Don Webb is a Buckeye through and through. So I know that I think that's going to be a very entertaining game. I really do.
Yeah. I can't wait. So, you know, it's a year that Clemson, Alabama's not in it, so everybody's got to be excited about that, you know.
As a friend of Kendra Stabler and Kim Ross Bush, I will just go, I won't say anything. But you know how that goes.
Yes. Well, listen, I've got to get going. I got to work tomorrow. It was nice talking to you, and just remember, Raider Nation for life.
That's right, and I appreciate you continuing call back, and I'm sorry for Steve, but I had to get you on because I wanted to get you on before the show ended. So hey, Hollywood, always great hearing from you, brother, and best to your wife as well.
Thank you very much.
All right, you guys take care.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, that was Hollywood, and again, Steve, I'm sorry that I cut you short, but I definitely. And Valerie's on. Valerie, she was on YouTube. Good to see you again, honey. I'm glad that you're still here. But I think it's time to do this. This is my outro, which means that, oh, shoot, my outro music isn't playing. I don't know why. I think maybe I changed the source, and when you change the source of where you're supposed to have it, maybe that did it. So I'll have to redo the outro music. Anyway, I've enjoyed doing the show tonight. It would have been a lot more enjoyable had we been talking about a Raider victory. But hey, such is life. Thanks again for joining me. If you're on Facebook, thanks for joining me there as well. I've been here for 2 hours. And I hope that I will get you over there to Facebook, from Facebook over to YouTube. Thanks again for joining me here on Facebook, but please come to YouTube. I read the comments on YouTube, and it's easier for me to see because I have the big screen up on the big computer. So I'm not trying to give you short shrift on Facebook, but I want you coming over to YouTube. www.youtube.com/C/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. Get the word out. Every Raider fan knows at least 2 Raider fans. Trust me. Get over to YouTube. Get everybody over to YouTube and join me on the show over there. I will be here Thursday. We'll be doing a show Thursday and at the normal time, which will be about 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific, and we'll go from there. If I have a show, there's Barbara Bennett. Now Barbara's coming in. Barbie, how you doing, sweetheart? Barbie, let's do dinner this weekend because I want to make sure I have a good dinner out in Oakland as well. I'm coming in on Saturday, so give me a ring. See, I'm glad you showed up. I hopefully get dinner with Barbara. That'd be awesome. Anyway. Oh, Val is wonderful. Val, I love Val. And like I said, she does her comments. It's good to hear from her comment-wise. Make sure you go over, like I said, if you're on Facebook, please come over to YouTube, youtube.com/C/Captain Jack Rackham Levy. We will see everybody on Thursday. It's been 2 hours here lamenting about that piss-poor performance that our Raiders had today. But what else are you going to do, right? Take care. I'm going to sign off here on YouTube. Take care for all Raider Nation. We'll see everybody Thursday on my show on YouTube.